The 21st century has witnessed a profound recalibration of global power. At the forefront of this transformation are the United States and the People's Republic of China. These two nations represent not only immense economic engines but also formidable military forces. Their relationship, a complex tapestry of interdependence and rivalry, increasingly defines the international security landscape. Understanding the military dynamics between these giants is crucial for comprehending the trajectory of global affairs. The United States, for decades the undisputed global military hegemon, now finds its position increasingly contested. Its armed forces, tempered by numerous conflicts and sustained by an unparalleled defense budget, still possess a significant technological edge and global power projection capabilities. However, the relentless rise of China presents a multifaceted challenge. The People's Liberation Army, once a numerically vast but technologically lagging force, has undergone a remarkable transformation. This evolution is driven by clear strategic objectives laid out by Beijing's leadership, aiming to secure China's perceived national interests and reshape the international order. The implications of this shifting dynamic are far-reaching, influencing alliances, regional stability, and the very norms that have governed global security since the end of the Cold War. When examining the military might of China and the United States, the sheer scale of their respective forces and financial commitments provides a foundational understanding. China, as of May 2025, boasts the world's largest active military, with approximately 2 million personnel. In contrast, the United States ranks third globally in terms of active personnel. While smaller in active numbers, the U.S. military benefits from a highly professionalized force, extensive combat experience, and a large, well-equipped reserve component. The disparity in military budgets is equally striking, albeit in the opposite direction. The United States maintains the highest annual military expenditure globally, nearly 3 times that of China. This immense financial investment allows Washington to fund advanced research and development, procure cutting-edge weaponry, maintain a global network of bases, and sustain complex logistical operations across the world. For China, while its defense budget has seen consistent growth, it still operates with significantly fewer financial resources than its American counterpart. Understanding these numerical comparisons of personnel and expenditure is the first step in appreciating the complex military relationship between these two global powers. The realm of nuclear armaments represents a critical dimension of the strategic competition between major powers, and China's evolving nuclear posture is a subject of intense international scrutiny. As of mid-2024, the People's Republic of China was estimated to have over 600 operational nuclear warheads. This figure, while considerably smaller than the thousands held by Washington and Moscow, marks a substantial increase from previous estimates and signals a clear intent to bolster its deterrent capabilities significantly in the coming years. Projections regarding the future growth of China's nuclear arsenal are particularly noteworthy, with the United States Department of Defense anticipating that Beijing's stockpile could exceed 1,000 warheads by the year 2030. Beyond the sheer number of warheads, China is also investing heavily in modernizing its delivery systems, including the development of new intercontinental ballistic missiles and hypersonic glide vehicles. This comprehensive modernization effort indicates that China is not merely seeking more warheads, but is also aiming to enhance the credibility, survivability, and flexibility of its nuclear forces. At the heart of China's military transformation lies a clear and ambitious vision articulated by its paramount leader, President Xi Jinping. His overarching goal is the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation, a comprehensive objective set to be achieved by 2049, the centenary of the People's Republic. Within this grand strategy, the People's Liberation Army plays a pivotal role. The PLA is not merely tasked with defending China's borders, it is increasingly viewed as an instrument to reshape the international order in a manner that aligns more closely with Beijing's governance system and national interests. A key milestone in this military modernization drive has been consistently reaffirmed by Xi Jinping, the year 2027, marking the centennial of the PLA's founding. The objective for 2027 is to accelerate the integrated development of mechanization, informatization, and intelligentization of the armed forces. The People's Liberation Army is translating its modernization goals into tangible capabilities through sophisticated military exercises and significant technological advancements. The April 2023 Joint Sword exercise showcased the PLA's proficiency in long-range joint fires. The PLA Air Force is closing the gap with Western Air Forces in unmanned aerial systems. The U.S. Department of Defense acknowledges the PLAAF's advancements in drone technology. The PLA Navy has expanded into a formidable maritime force. As of December 2024, the plan had over 370 vessels, the largest navy by ship count. The PLA rocket force controls China's land-based missiles, crucial for its deterrent strategy. Systems like the DF-17 hypersonic glide vehicle challenge existing missile defenses. Despite the impressive strides in modernization and capability development, the People's Liberation Army is not without its internal challenges. Corruption has been a persistent and significant issue within the Chinese military establishment, potentially undermining its operational effectiveness and the integrity of its procurement processes. President Xi Jinping's wide-ranging anti-corruption campaign has targeted the PLA, leading to the removal of numerous high-ranking officials. For instance, in the latter half of 2023 alone, at least 15 senior PLA officers were dismissed, including prominent figures such as the former Minister of National Defense, Li Shangfu, and the former commander of the PLA rocket force, Li Yuchao. Beyond corruption, the PLA continues to grapple with systemic issues related to the quality and capabilities of its command structure. The U.S. Department of Defense has pointed to ongoing struggles with what are known as the 5 incapables, referring to perceived deficiencies among PLA commanders in crucial areas. Finally, the PLA faces ongoing challenges in personnel quality and recruitment, with competition from the private sector for talented engineers, technicians, and cyber specialists being intense. Ensuring that conscripts and career soldiers possess the necessary education, technical aptitude, and initiative required for sophisticated modern warfare remains a continuous effort. The Taiwan Strait remains one of the world's most dangerous potential flashpoints, with military dynamics being a central focus of both Chinese and U.S. strategic planning. China views Taiwan as a renegade province and has never renounced the use of force for unification. Beijing has intensified its military, diplomatic, and economic pressure on Taiwan. This includes frequent incursions by PLA aircraft into Taiwan's air defense zone, naval patrols encircling the island, and cyber activities aimed at intimidation. The U.S. plays a critical, albeit ambiguous role in the Taiwan Strait issue. While Washington adheres to a one-China policy, it maintains robust, unofficial relations with Taipei. The U.S. considers China its pacing challenge, with Taiwan being a key contingency. The PLA's modernization is linked to developing capabilities for a potential campaign against Taiwan. The U.S. focuses on strengthening Taiwan's asymmetric defense strategy, encouraging investment in capabilities to inflict significant costs on an invading force. The balance of deterrence and defense in the Taiwan Strait is a constant challenge with global implications. China's growing military might and assertive foreign policy are reshaping its international military relations and influencing the strategic calculations of nations worldwide. The relationship between the People's Republic of China and Russia remains a particularly significant aspect of the current geopolitical landscape. These two nations have strengthened their ties, often framed as a no-limits partnership, which includes continued joint military exercises designed to enhance interoperability and signal their shared opposition to a US-led international order. In contrast to its deepening ties with Moscow, Beijing has increased pressure on US allies and partners in the Indo-Pacific region. The PLA's strategy explicitly includes developing counter-intervention capabilities, often referred to as anti-access/area denial, specifically designed to complicate or prevent potential U.S. military actions in areas like the East and South China Seas. The United States, in response, is actively working to strengthen its own alliances and partnerships to counter China's growing influence and military capabilities. The economic dimension is inextricably linked to these military strategies. While China's period of rapid economic growth has shown signs of slowing, this has not yet appeared to significantly constrain Beijing's ability or willingness to fund its ambitious military modernization goals. The military landscape of 2025 is shaped by the dynamic relationship between the United States and China. China commands the world's largest active military force, while the United States maintains a larger defense budget, fueling its technological superiority. The PLA's rapid modernization aims to transform it into a world-class fighting force. This ambition is most acutely felt in the context of Taiwan, where Beijing's pressure meets Washington's commitment to the island's defense. Navigating this era of great power competition will require careful diplomacy and clear communication.